नमस्कार जी। Excellency Dr. Mohammad Irfan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, Excellency Honorable James Marpe, Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea, Excellency my friend Mohammad Nasheed, Speaker of the People's Majlis, Republic of Maldives, Excellency Ms. Amina J. Mohammed, Deputy Secretary General, United Nations, Sri Prakash Javadekar, Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Government of India, distinguished guests, Namaste. I am happy to be speaking at the World Sustainable Development Summit. This forum completes 20 years. My congratulations to Terry for sustaining this momentum. Global platforms like this are important for our present and our future. Friends, two things will define how the progress journey of humanity will unfold in the times to come. First is the health of our people. Second, the health of our planet. Both are interlinked. There are already many ongoing discussions on improving people's health. We have gathered here to talk about the health of the planet. The scale of the challenge we face is widely known, but conventional approaches cannot solve the problem we face. The need of the hour is to think out of the box, invest in our youngsters, and work towards sustainable development. Friends, the road to fighting climate change is through climate justice. At the root of climate justice is the principle of being large-hearted. Climate justice is also about thinking of the bigger and long-term picture. The sad reality is changes in the environment and natural disasters impact the poor the most. Climate justice is inspired by a vision of trusteeship, where growth comes with greater compassion to the poorest. Climate justice also means giving the developing countries enough space to grow. When each and every one of us understands our individual and collective duties, climate justice will be achieved. Friends, India's intent is supported by concrete action, powered by spirited public efforts. We are on track to exceed our commitments and targets from Paris. We committed to reduce emissions intensity of GDP by 33 to 35% from 2005 levels. You will be happy to know that a drop of 24% in the emission intensity has already been achieved. There was a commitment to achieving about 40% cumulative electric power installed capacity from non-fossil fuel based resources, and the share of non-fossil fuel sources in installed capacity of electricity today has grown to 38%. This includes nuclear and large hydro projects. I am delighted to share that we are making steady progress on our commitment to land degradation neutrality. Renewable energy is picking speed in India. We are well on track to setting up 450 gigawatt of renewable energy generating capacity by 2030. Here, I would like to applaud our private sector and several individuals who are contributing to this. India is also increasing usage of ethanol. Friend, sustainable development is incomplete without equitable access. In the direction too, India has made good progress. In March 2019, India achieved nearly 100% electrification. This was done through sustainable technologies and innovative models. India invested in LED bulbs long before they became the norm globally. Through the Ujala program, 367 million LED bulbs became a part of people's lives. This reduced over 38 million tons of carbon dioxide per year. The Jal Jeevan Mission has connected over 34 million households with tap connection in just about 18 months. Through the PM Ujjwala Yojana, more than 80 million households below poverty line have access to clean cooking fuel. We are working to increase the share of natural gas in India's energy basket from 6% to 15%. An estimated investment of $60 billion is lined up in developing domestic gas infrastructure. Work is underway to expand city gas distribution networks. Another 100 districts would be added to the network in the next 3 years. Through the PM Kusum scheme, over 30 gigawatts of solar capacity will be developed in the agriculture sector by 2022. Friends, often discussions on sustainability become too focused on green energy. But green energy is only the means. The destination we seek is a greener planet. Our culture's deep respect for forest and green cover is translating into outstanding results. According to the FAO's Global Forest Resources Assessment 2020, India is among the top 3 countries to have gained in forest areas in the last decade. The forest cover in the country has reached almost 1/4 of the geographic area. Conventional thinking may make some people think that when a country pursues development, then forest cover goes down. But India is one of the countries showing this need not be the case. Our mission to achieve sustainable development also includes special attention towards animal protection. Across India, people feel proud that over the last 5 to 7 years, the population of lions, tigers, leopards, and Gangetic river dolphin has grown up. Friends, the gathering brings together the best and brightest minds working on sustainable development. I would like to draw attention to two aspects: togetherness and innovation. Sustainable development will only be achieved by collective efforts. When every individual thinks of national good, when every nation thinks of global good, that is when sustainable development will become a reality. India has made an effort in this direction through the International Solar Alliance. Let us always keep our minds and nations open to best practices from all over. In the same spirit, let us always share our own best practices with others. The second is innovation. There are many startups working on renewable energy, environment-friendly technology, and more. As policymakers, we should support as many of these efforts. The energy of our youth will certainly lead to outstanding results. Friends, through this forum, I would also like to mention one more area which needs thought. That is the enhancing our disaster management capabilities. This requires focus on human resources development and technology. As part of the Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure, we are working in this direction. Friends, India is ready to do whatever possible to further sustainable development. Our human-centric approach could be a force multiplier for global good. The support of research of institutions like TERI are important in these efforts. I wish this summit and you all the very best. Thank you. Thank you very much.